Welcome everybody to episode 113 of the effing title. And as always, I am Big Husky.
I'm DeNutte.
And I forgot to buy snacks today.
Or are you trying to get pretzels?
So normally
I'm a pretzel guy.
I mean, I will get pretzels every now and then. But so normally I'll go to, so I'm a fat ass. So, of course, I buy Freshly, as I've talked about before, right? So I get Freshly in, and that's my food for the week. Fucking for the week. On Saturdays, though, I go to the store.
For the week, isn't it two? You get 2 meals a day, or you're doing 3 meals a day?
2.
Do you just do 2 right now?
Yep, I do 2 meals a day, and then most of the time I'll have like a full day off, because there's only 12 meals they do. So, so Saturday, though, I'll go to the store, and I'll buy some food, some like snacks, but then I'll also buy just a ton of lunch food. What's up, John?
Hey, John.
I buy like a massive lunch, and then I eat it, and then I feel sick, and then I take like a 4 or 5 hour nap. But then the following day, I go to the store, and that's when I buy just the snacks. And I didn't do that today because I was busy today. So
good. I had my weekend. Every weekend I go to the same breakfast place, and I get 2 breakfast sandwiches because I'm fat. One bacon, 1 sausage.
See, I'll do so on Wednesdays. That's when I get paid. It's on Wednesdays. We'll do the bank run, and on the way back from the bank,
paid once a week.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Man, so nice.
Oh, it is. It's fucking great.
I wish.
I love being paid as well in the middle of the week because it teaches your brain how to fucking save your money, right? But now, so we go to there's a McDonald's, and I'm big fat boy with McDonald's, big fat boy.
You know what you need to do? Here's the fat move: is download the McDonald's app. Do you have that on your phone?
No, I don't, because if I do, it's just going to be worse.
Well, because every day it's like you can get like a large fry. Every day you can get a large fry for $1.
Oh my, yeah. See, no, that's not what.
And then
I need,
they give you like a bunch of deals. Yeah.
Now I get a number 2 meal and a number 6 meal with a large 2 meals with a large French vanilla latte, hot whole milk, and then I get my dad a large coffee. And then, depending on how I'm feeling,
1 for you and 1 for your dad. I was like, dude, you're facing 2 meals.
No, I'm facing 2 meals. I just get my dad a coffee.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And then depending on how I'm feeling, I might also get an apple fritter. But that's.
Have you had that blueberry pie?
They just got rid of it here.
Oh, that's it's like strawberry now, right?
Yep, they just got rid of the blueberry. I had it twice, and it was the most delicious thing I've had in my entire life.
The blueberry was strawberry is okay. The blueberry,
they do a pumpkin one as well.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Good.
I hadn't had a pie in like, I don't know, 10 years. And my buddy was talking about they did like a party pie, so right before they did the blueberry, they had another one, and it was like a dessert pie. They're all kind of dessert pies, but you know what I mean? It's like sprinkles and cream.
Yeah, it's like was it like a pecan one almost?
No, it was like cake flavored. Like it was like it was like, I don't know, like it had like white cream filling. It had like rainbow sprinkles on it.
Rainbow sprinkles, cream filled. Sounds like a good fucking day.
But my buddy was like, "Go get it," and I was like, "Okay." And then I missed it, and then I got the blueberry, and I was like,
"Oh yeah."
And I think cake flavored pie.
Cake flavored pie. Now me and Jeff. I was actually talking to Jeff about it recently. Shamrock shakes.
I don't like mint.
Oh, okay, interesting. Did not know that. Judging you now.
Well, so my mom's allergic to mint, and
okay.
So like she can't eat. Like she'll go into anaphylactic shock. So if someone's chewing mint gum in the room.
Oh shit! Really?
It's like. She's like, it's really bad. So I didn't have mint until I was
gonna say that. Yeah, that changes things.
I don't know, 17 years old. So like, and it was toothpaste. So like, to me, like mint is not a treat. It's like a cleaning product.
it's a cleaning product. It's chewing tobacco.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. So actually, no, that was the first time I had ever had any mint. Was Skull. Yeah. So
here's now we're on that. What was your first chew?
Grizzly Wintergreen.
I fucking love that answer.
Yeah.
You ready for this shit? You ready for this shit? Can you guess what mine and John's first chew was?
I want to say straight, but like something about Skull Citrus is
Mm-hmm.
making me. Was it Skull Citrus?
Skull citrus pouches.
Oh, Skull Citrus is nice though.
We had it
Yeah.
from one of the dudes. I forgot who it was, but it was in the locker room, across from us. They were like, hey, you want one?" And me and John kind of like looked at each other and was like, "Sure."
I just threw them away. I had a tin. I have
We were
I
actually
do the
we
I
were
do the Zins every once in a while
we were
when
recently
I'm feeling naughty.
we were recently talking on stream about Skull Santa. I don't know if you ever encountered Skull Santa or not.
I never counted Skull Santa.
So Skull Santa was a rep that used to come to Shady Mobile. So the rep
Okay.
would come to Shady Mobile, and you'd fill out this little form, and they would give you a little bag full
Oh,
of
was that the
goodies.
gas station
Yeah.
near the school?
Yeah.
That was like that's where they had all the booze.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they would. Yeah, so yeah. See, John says I still got my skull tape measure. Yep. Me too. I doesn't have the skull logo
You have
on
a
it
skull
anymore.
tape measure?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So but it was Skull Santa. So they would show up and it would be like a bag and it'd be like half tins. It'd be like half tins, new flavors, like that sort of stuff.
I just have a generic one on my desk. I don't have a special one.
Yeah, see,
Also-
But yeah, so like they would come and like because I was talking with the guys about it, and Jeff doesn't remember it,
Uh-huh.
which means that they must have gotten rid of it by our junior year. And then when I started thinking about it, I was like, it makes sense because we used to go in, sign in all the forms, right, and we'd get the bag. So we'd have like fucking like 10 free tins or whatever, spitter and whatever other free shit was in there. We would then go back to the dorms, fully change, throw the hood up, go back in, and like I would not wear my glasses. Someone would have sunglasses on. Like we would fully try to change up as much as we could, go back in and get another one. And there was
like, hey, freshman, go in there.
well, that was the thing. So there was one year where like we all did it like 3 or 4 times, and like they knew we were doing it, but they just didn't give a fuck. And then like we never saw him again. So it's like, but
Yeah, he's like, he did last time. Who cares?
yeah, no, that's fucking funny memories. Fucking
Skull Santa.
rest in peace to the boys, Francoise. He got a spitter from it. So for everyone at home that doesn't know, spitter basically is anything that you can just spit into. But they actually had like reusable, like they actually had like reusable, like you could like dump it out
Had
and
like
clean it.
it came into like a point. It was like,
He didn't clean it though. So there was like one day that we went into his room, we were drinking, we're playing games, and he pulls out the spitter, he opens up the lid, and it's just molded all on the top side of the lid. And it was the most disgusting thing. Like I said, rest in peace to the boy, but
who had it? There was someone my freshman year who had one where he was like, it doesn't spill, check it, and he threw it, and the cat flew off. He's like, whoa. I forget who it was, but he had it. He like would carry it around with him, and he'd be like, "Hey, look, doesn't spill," and drop it. But
that's a great question. I don't know who that would have been because most of us just used
Hosco.
Hosco. Yeah, but Hosco was the big chew guy.
Yeah,
Hosco gave me a tin. His first recruiting trip. So his recruiting trip, he comes in, and I go into Martin's room, and there's just a fucking tin of Grizzly Wintergreen on the desk. I'm like, I grab it. I look at I look at Woody, and I'm like, "Hey, is this yours?" And he goes, "No." I was like, "So it's no one's?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "So I can take it?" And he's like, "Yes." So of course, pack it, rip it, pack it again, open it, take out the chew, start putting it in, and Hosco on his recruiting trip walks in and goes, "Oh, that was mine. You can have it. I got another one." He opens up his bag. He had a full log with him. He brought a log with him. I'm sitting there like, you're a smart fucking kid. You know that?
you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I did it a lot when I was like 16, 17, and then I stopped.
I stopped
That was
5 years ago now, something like that. I don't know. I had an app on my phone, but now it don't.
Oh
work.
yeah, I remember you telling me that.
It don't work no more.
Tell me you're to the day.
Oh shit! Wait, why does it work? It works.
It works.
5 years, 10 months, 4 days. I have saved $27,000 since I stopped chewing.
I was more of a cigarette smoker,
I remember that.
but it wasn't. What's up?
I said I remember that.
I didn't smoke cigarettes at school.
You didn't?
No,
Who the fuck am I thinking of then?
no. Like I think I smoked like two Black and Milds my freshman year. I think that was it. But like, well, I like started drinking later on too. But then like I was like, there was one time I was working nights for like a year, and I was
Mm,
just like super unhappy. And I was like a truck driver, and I would just
just ripping
like
them.
to get me through the shift, and then I was like doing them every time like I would drink and stuff. Then I was like doing it like 2 nights a week. Just smoke like a pack.
Well, that's, like every like if I got drunk enough when we were at school, I used to smoke if I saw someone with them. But
Yeah.
eventually, like I remember Donnie and Rock used to do it, and they just eventually stopped giving me them because like they would go outside and smoke and talk for like 10, 15 minutes. I would go outside, just shit face, just walking around, just
Hey, let me go.
yeah, yeah. Husky's just kind of on a walk now, you know. I'd be like, hey, give me one of those. I would take it and I would just do the, and then just walk off because I'd smoked the entire thing in like 3 or 4 puffs, like that sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
And it was like, but yeah, so like they eventually were just like, no. It's like, oh, come on,
So,
man.
so it's been for me. It's been 3 years, 2 years, 3 years since I've had a cigarette.
Nice. That's
But
awesome.
I wasn't even like I. It was literally just like, hey, stop smoking when you're drinking, because I couldn't do it sober.
I was I was getting bad with chew, like
Mm.
two tins a day. Like I
I
remember,
saw. I actually remember. I specifically remember walking into your and John's room, and they would just be like 2 liter bottles of like spit.
yeah, we'd have the expired spitter that we haven't thrown out yet, and we'd have the spitter that we're currently using. Um, I used to have a tin at work, and then I would have a tin at home. I would play Madden. You ready for this? So
Ugh.
I would play Madden or NCAA, depending on which.
Yeah.
I would throw one in, play the first half, spit it out, put a second one in, play the second half, spit it out, throw one in, play the next first. Like I was like putting in new ones per half. I also got to the point where I couldn't actually do regular chew. I used to start doing pouches because
Because your mouth was so fucked up.
my mouth's so fucked up. So like it was that, but then also my teeth were starting to like rot a little bit. So like there's like little sharp
Or your
points.
gums receding.
So
Yeah.
I started doing pouches, but then it was one of those things. It's like I couldn't do one pouch because my
You gotta do like 3 or 4.
that's the thing, right? Because my fucking my God, what the fuck? The
I've never actually had a pouch.
they're not
Like
bad.
like it's about, I've had like the nicotine pouches, like the
It-
Zins. What I like the Zins, but
they're not.
never had
They're
a
not,
tobacco pouch.
they're not bad. I mean, we eventually started doing because our senior year they introduced Camel Snus. And snus is so for everyone out there that doesn't know, snus is a chewing tobacco pouch that you can put in and you can swallow the spit and it won't it.
Was it technically tobacco or was it just nicotine?
I think it may have been just nicotine, to be
I
100
think
percent
that was
honest
like
with you.
the early. I mean, it's
But I
really
could
hot
be,
now, but I think that was a really early version.
yeah, I could be 100%
Do
wrong.
you really like in Sweden and stuff in Europe? They do
Yeah.
like 50 milligram pouches.
Yeah, there's also the fucking I forgot how you fucking do it now. Yeah, right there. If you do it right, there's a little pocket there. So what you do is you put like the snus there, and then you'd
Oh, it was powder. That's right.
yeah, it was like basically like like chewing tobacco powder almost. But like yeah, like you do that and like you get a little like hole there and yeah, no, my senior year was when Camel Snus came out big time, like the big push for it, the original push, and we used to do that shit in like fucking class and exams, just like throw like 3 or 4 of them in.
That was
Toss
also
them.
the year of the Four Locos.
Oh my god, the original fucking Four Locos. Oh my god,
And Vermont Four Locos were nothing to joke about.
no.
Vermont Four Locos were 12%.
But that's the Vermont Four Locos were the original ones, and of course, because Vermont is always like a full year behind everywhere else, we got them longer because they just stayed here longer. Like,
Yeah. I had a buddy whose girlfriend. This was like 3 years ago. She still had an original Vermont Four Loko. She's like, I'm saving that. I'm like, it's disgusting. You can't drink it, but like, go for it. She still had an original.
that's fucking
She probably
crazy.
still has it. Knowing
That's
her.
fucking crazy. The fact that they got away with actually mass producing a product that had alcohol and caffeine in it
I remember,
and it was that high volume. Like it blows my fucking mind.
there was one time I went down to Keene State for the weekend, and we were all drinking Four Locos, and we were it was like a Friday or something, and one of my roommates, his girlfriend went to Keene. The other roommate was trying to date the girlfriend's roommate. So and it was the two, it was in them, and then, so it was like those two, and then like me and Gaffney.
Okay.
And then we were drinking Four Locos. We could try to go to this party. I think Niall was with us too. And we try to go to this party. We're cocked. Like I think I am 2 Four Locos in at this point.
That's cocked. Yeah.
Absolutely cocked. And then I had a third one. And then we stopped to smoke a Black and Mild. Actually, now that I remember exactly, like I was saying, we were in an alleyway, and it was me, Gaffney, and then one of my buddies from home, actually, who went to Keene. And we were in an alleyway, and I hadn't opened mine, but I had my dick out. I was about to pee on the wall, and then a penis. Sorry, and then I see lights pull up, and I'm like, whoa, and I zip up, and it's campus safety. And so my buddy and Gaffney, they both had open Four Locos. I just had one. And I was like, oh, we haven't had anything to drink tonight. We had just opened these, and they believed us. And so they dumped them out. They got Gaffney and my buddy with open containers, but for me, they're just like, you didn't open yours, so like whatever. Like I literally got out of it, wild. And then like, they were touching the wall where I was like, I was just leaning against the wall, guys. They're like, you were trying to pee, and I was like, no, I wasn't. No, because the cops showed up at this point. And they were like, he was peeing on the wall, and I was like, I wasn't peeing on the wall. Like, I was just
my dick wasn't even out yet.
That's what they were worried about, trying to charge me with that. And I was like, no, I just was leaning against the wall, and I was like, I was right there, like you could see my footprints. And they're like, and then they're like, all right, you guys have to leave campus. And Gaffney and I are shit face, and we're like, they're like, yeah, you have to drive off campus, and we're like, oh, dude, what? So then we left, and we drove to Walmart and then walked back on campus.
I thought you were going to say you went to Walmart and bought some more Four Locos.
Well, no, we were 19, you know.
Yeah.
Rob drank Four Locos. No.
Yeah, he drank
UMass and ended up in jail with one shoe.
Yeah. Yep, that's a story that I'll remember from them telling me that, like, I think they may have called the next day and were like, hey, this happened. I was like, oh, that's fun. So here's the question though. How many? What's the most you've had?
2, because I mean at that time I wasn't a drinker. I think that was probably like my 4th time drinking alcohol.
That's right. It was that fucking day. I remember because you guys were saying about that's why he did it. Because it was the same day Auburn had a field goal return touchdown against Bama for the win.
He was a Bama fan, right?
I was a Bama fan, so that shit happened, and Rob was just like, they were like saying like, he's like, fuck it, done.
Well, I remember my roommate played on the rugby team, and there was like this kid. He was like one of the captains. He was a senior, but he was like a Marine beforehand, and he was like just like Samoan kid, and he would like black out on half of a Four Loko.
Bro, old school Four Locos were like, that's a different breed. Like I've talked about this with John at different points. Like the old school Four Loko, the old school jacked 3D.
It had to make you shake, and you like.
The shit that basically was like cocaine, and it killed 2 people because they took it, and then they're like, they took it, and then they're like, we're gonna go for a run.
Well, remember Jolt Energy? Like those big. It was like the big 36-ounce cans, or 20, maybe 24. I don't know. There was a kid I went to school with that had a stroke.
Jesus.
Because he had like 6 of them in a day. He actually had a stroke.
So here's a fun one. So with Jack 3D, that was the one that I took at Norwich, and like I actually saw results taking it. Like it was the only pre-workout I've ever taken where like it worked. So
I don't think anyone took that and ever hated it, but no one ever took it and been like, oh, this is good for you.
No one on the team was like, I've researched this and everything in here is going to be great for us. We're going to be living like an extra 10 years. I'm pretty sure everyone knew as soon as they picked it up the first time, and like they felt like the initial
I went to GNC once to buy it, and I felt like it was a drug deal. I was like, hey, do you have any jacked? You have any Jack?
Jack 3D shit.
They're like, yeah, we have the last shipment on the shelf. Go and grab a few.
So I came back here, back to my hometown after college, and I started coaching. And the guys there had like one of the kids was taking it in the high school, and like left it in his room. And of course, like we're ex football players and everything, so we're still working out and everything. And they're like, Colin, have you heard of this Jack 3D stuff? And I'm like, yeah, that shit's fucking awesome. I was like, that's
that shit's cocaine.
I was like, that's the pre-workout that actually fucking works.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. So they took it, and they came up to me like 30 minutes later, fully shaking. And they're like, what have we taken? What have we taken? And I was like, you basically just took crack. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, and then they changed the formula of that. They just keep changing the formula of all this good shit, man. If it works,
yeah, dude, just like Spice and K2, they keep changing the form. Man, that was a problem. Did you guys have a bad spice problem in Vermont?
What do you
mean? Like smoking spice? So like, all right, so where I'm from, it was a big problem in like 2012. I worked for the city at the time, and I used to cut grass in all the parks, and like we would have homeless people ODing every day.
Oh
like,
shit!
we would
Really?
Find like they would legitimately be overdosing. People die from it.
I don't think I've ever heard of any of that. But I mean, and also, I mean, like, I'm in an area where, like, if I see a homeless guy, I see him once, and that's like it.
Mm.
You know, and I either assume one, he's just walking through, or two, he died because it's fucking -7.
Well, when I was in Burlington, the homeless people there scared the shit out of me. They were different. They were a different breed. I didn't.
They were
like,
a different breed.
So like, we have a lot of homeless people here, and like I've dealt with the homeless people. Like I used to have to like cut grass around homeless people. Like I don't care. Like whatever.
Sir, you don't have to move. I got this.
The homeless people in Burlington scared me.
Oh yeah.
Like they were like a different. Like they were. There's something about them. Like they seemed hardier, and they wouldn't like. So like all homeless people are like like kind of a little crazy. I mean I'm not being insensitive saying that, but yeah, a little bit. Like these people, like they were like, want to be here. We're tough.
I want to be homeless.
Yeah, we're like the Navy SEALs of the homeless. We're the Green Mountain Boys. And like I don't know, but they scared me. Like I made eye contact with them, and I was like scared. And like I've been in like big cities. Like those guys they might fucking hit you in the back of the head, but like whatever. Like
yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I did. Of course, I think I get away with it a little bit living where I do. So I mean, I kind of don't deal with a lot of that stuff. I've said this. I don't know how many times within the last like month. I try my best to live such a simple and easy life where like easy. Like, I'm talking to my tax lady, and she's like, do you have any crypto or any of this or any of that? I'm like, nope. She's like, how about this? I was like, nope. Like, I said nope to about 30 questions that she asked me. And she's like, you really just try your best to, like, not do stuff. And I'm like, yes.
I'm retarded when it comes to my finances. I truly am.
I don't, yeah.
Like, my buddy sent me a snap, and he was like, of his portfolio and like his retirement. And like, he's like, oh, if I keep, like, this will be good in 20 years. It'll be $1 million in my retirement. And I was like, he's like, create an Excel sheet for it. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I have a buddy. So like a good friend of mine. He lives in Tennessee. I talked to one of my friends I talk to every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing him in June. He is a financial planner, and he's like, whenever I talk to you about it, your eyes just glaze over. And I only see it in you when I talk finances. He's like, as soon as like I bring it up, you're just like, he's like, you can't even look straight. Like you're like, he's like, I have never seen it before. Nothing else, just finances. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's like my friend tried to walk me through crypto, and I was like,
as soon as people were like it's like, oh yeah, it's crypto, it's like it's money on the internet, but it's like this and like that. I'm sitting there like, so when we don't have an internet, then what?
Yeah, we're never gonna lose our internet.
Well, of course we're. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
Big rock hit us from the sky.
Well, I feel like that would be like the only thing, but then we'd find a way.
Life.
finds a way.
We always bring it back
actually,
to movies. We always.
So
bring back
this
to
is
movies.
actually what I wanted to bring up before
right.
I didn't want to bring this up while we were like in our pregame. Is Halo. Did you watch
Okay.
it?
So I have not watched it, but I've seen it. I've seen a decent amount of clips online.
Yep.
How about that?
Okay.
I want to see it, but it's on fucking Paramount Plus X Series 942 that no one fucking owns.
You can get a free month right now.
I don't, bro. I don't do the free month stuff. As soon as I see the free month shit, I get the free month shit, and then like 7 months down the line, I'm like, oh shit, I'm still paying for this.
I do it all from my phone, so I set reminders, so I don't.
Oh, that's fair. That's smart.
It's super easy from your. It's super easy from your phone.
Okay, so the new Halo series.
Halo.
And for everyone out there, we're like, fuck it, we're spoilers.
It'll be spoilers, but there's only one episode, so it's going to be weekly.
Yeah, it's only one episode.
So that's another thing. I am one of the biggest Halo fans you'll know. Mm-hmm. So
fair.
I've read 5 of the books.
How many books are there of Halo?
I don't know. That's why I'm like,
that's wild.
The first 3 I've read 5-6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like a huge Halo fan. Like I started reading them in 7th grade. When I was 15.
Yeah.
No, 13. I was 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably when Halo
12 or 13, and I'm 30 now. Like it's been a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
Wolverine boots are putting out a special edition Halo boots, and I had to talk myself out of buying them.
Oh, talk yourself into buying them.
No, they're super ugly.
I don't care. Buy them.
They're super. I don't know if
you own Crocs that don't go into leisure mode.
And I'm wearing Crocs right now.
That's fine. I'm just saying though, you own a pair of Crocs that don't physically do.
I'm actually getting a rash from these Crocs every time I wear them, so I'm thinking those are. And I washed them, and I think that these Crocs are done.
Time for some news. Okay, anyways, Halo.
So Halo.
What'd you think?
So I'm really happy they made Halo. So all right, remember? So last week I talked about DMZ and how they.
I think we may have talked about that off podcast.
Okay. Okay. Well, so Halo, they took. There's 4 characters that are from the Halo universe, the show. So the show, there's 4 characters from the Halo show, and every other character so far is a made-up character.
Yeah, I've heard that the female Spartan is a badass. Everybody loves her.
Well, that's the thing that bugs me is that. So he has a fire team in the show, and but he also has different fire teams throughout the series.
That's what I was going to say.
All the books and all the games, they changed the name of the characters.
Okay.
Not even the same name. So one of them. So there's a sniper character. Her name's Linda, and she's known as being the sniper.
Listen, Linda.
And she's kind of a bat.
Snipe.
And then they changed her name, and then there's another female on the team. Her name, and that's a rip-off of Kelly. And then the other character is a rip-off of Fred. So, they all are just different characters now.
And it's one of the things, I forgot who it was I was talking about this with recently. I don't remember who it was. It may have been Corbell in Discord last night when we were playing Lost Ark. I think one of the things that's going to struggle with the Halo show is going to struggle with is the fact of the legacy of it, because the show runners and everything have already come out and been like, yeah, we didn't read any of the games, we didn't look at it, like we're just going based off of just strictly the lore, and we're just doing our own thing and our own take, which I think is a great thing personally, because it adds a completely brand new twist that probably you haven't seen, that most Halo people haven't seen.
Well, you're not going to like my take now.
Okay, no.
What about Peacemaker?
Peacemaker doesn't have a legacy.
Well, I mean,
no, Peacemaker doesn't have a fucking legacy.
Okay.
And I think that there's a difference between telling.
I think it's worse to mess up the legacy, though, right?
So that's the thing, though. Is it a messing up of a legacy if you're not doing exactly the book or exactly the game? Imagine if they did the show the exact way that the movie goes or the game goes.
You DC fans.
I'm just saying.
I know. I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm not upset that it's happening. How about that?
Okay. That's right.
Well, so because the only thing is they say that it is canon, but a canon of a different universe. How DC
See,
how
that's
DC
that's the
does
thing
that
is
whole
that, like,
bullshit.
I think that if they didn't, if they wouldn't have said that, they wouldn't have
Yeah,
said it was canon, and they just said this is Halo. Because
it's his own canon. I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
yeah, it's like it's all yeah, it's if they
They're
would.
hoping to. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
sorry.
god! Imagine if they do if they try to pull some fucking multiverse time travel bullshit, and it's like this is Master Chief versus the real Master Chief, and it's
I don't.
like
There's never been anything like that, so I really hope they don't do anything like that.
I don't either. But considering that, like, DC did the multiverse in the CW, then Marvel just went all in on it, like all in on it, and DC's trying to go back in it with the movies. It's like. Maybe that's the play. Everyone's just now going to go multiverse, and
Ugh. I really do like that it's like hyper violent.
that was one of the things I did like when I was watching the different clips. I was like, this is aggressive.
Like the opening scene, like 5 children die. Children,
Oh,
and they're probably like 12, between the ages of like 12 and 15.
mm-hmm.
But they get like ambushed by a group of elites, and one of them just gets hit from like the shoulders up and just is gone by like a plasma pistol.
That's
And
wild.
then there's one, they're running away, and a girl gets shot in the leg, and her leg just disappears. And she's like, ah! She falls to the ground, and then she gets hit by another one and is just disintegrated. And this is a child. So, like, and then at one point, it's the opening scene. You said spoil. We said
Yeah,
spoilers.
yeah, we said spoilers.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they're invading, like, this village, of, like, what essentially. So, do you know?
Okay, so that's the scene that I've probably been seeing online.
Do you know why the Spartans were created?
I probably do as soon as you say it, but it's one of those ones like
So the UNSC was dealing with insurrectionists and terrorists, so they created the Spartan program to just to kill all the terrorists.
yeah.
Had nothing to do with the aliens.
Okay.
They had the whole program of Spartans, and then the aliens came, and they're like, "Oh God, I'm glad we did this.
Thank God we made these dudes.
Thank God we kidnapped these children and replaced them with clones that all died within a month." So, that's canon. So that's how like they're like they found these like kids 5 years old, and they're like these kids are the best and brightest, and they're all over the universe, the galaxy, wherever human colonies are. They found them, kidnapped them in the middle of the night, replaced them with what they call a flash clone, and clones all died within like a couple years from like hit like awful diseases. Like they all were like wheelchair bound and like died. Yeah, they got Wolverines. Never watch. So I don't know. It's like it's all the universe is dark within itself, and
I was gonna say
I don't know.
from the stuff
I'm just happy it got made.
from the stuff that I've seen. I like the fact that they're doing it, and like I said, I think that changing some of the Fire Squad members, I kind of get it. It's weird though that they did it, but it's like they're similar characters. I didn't know
It's
that.
the same exact character. Well, like especially Linda's like the big one. They even used her helmet. Even
That's
so, like they
wild.
modeled like they even had them in like Halo 5 and Halo Infinite.
I wonder
Not
if
Infinite, Halo
that's.
5.
I'm trying to think why they would do that.
I don't see because they have the licensing. You know, like why?
That's the thing.
doesn't matter.
I was about to say licensing, but then like that wouldn't make sense then. So I mean, maybe the only thing would be that so now here's my question: do those people like Linda and all them, did their helmets come off?
Yep.
They do. Okay, that might be it then. Is the voice actors might try to fucking pull some shit?
No, they don't. Not like sorry. Canonically, they do.
Yes. Yeah.
Not they've never come off in any of the games or anything.
Yeah. So maybe that's probably maybe.
They've only ever been in
You know,
one game. They've only been in one game, so it's not like
it wouldn't be a big thing, like a huge. So now
it's not like Master Chief taking off his helmet.
So that's
which
that's what I was about to ask you about, as being the big Halo fan. How do you feel about that?
it had to happen.
I don't see any reason why, like with it being its own separate thing, like the mystique of Master Chief doesn't get lost because we've now seen his face. Also, it's fucking I can't.
It's Pablo Schreiber.
There we go. Thank you for the last
Like,
name.
you
I couldn't
gotta-
think of the last name.
He
Like
might, he's a big actor. Like
Yeah.
whether you think of it or not, like
Well,
that's like a big
and like if
a big gig.
if you're gonna put a face to Halo, it's not a
Because
bad
like
face
I
to
know
put to Halo. Like,
not too many things like haven't unmasked people. Like the original Judge Dredd they did, and people hated it. But then the Dredd that they made in like 12, which was an awesome movie, probably one
are
of
we
the
talking
best
about
Carl Urban.
yeah, yeah,
So like in a way, like yeah, they never unmasked him, but it's like from here up. So
yeah.
like you still have like it being Carl Urban. That movie's so good.
It really the drug effect, the
Oh my
slow mo,
God.
the drug effect was such a cool fucking. Oh, there's so many fucking movies like that there should be sequels for. Thank God we're getting Tron 3 with Jared Leto.
Gosh, we're not getting it. We're not getting it, and I don't.
Also, apparently that movie's getting shit on. By the way,
Tron 3.
no Morbius.
Oh yeah, it didn't get like a 12 or something,
It's getting run through the fucking
or
mud.
23 something.
I haven't looked. All I know is that it's been getting run through the mud on, and then they released the online. They've been putting up the description of the end credit scene, and it's like the end credit scene is like the most confusing fucking thing. But like they did it because of what happened in No Way Home. So, and people now are like, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of. So do you care?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers,
No spoilers. Okay, no spoilers then.
because I'm gonna see it.
Okay. Yeah, from what I've been reading though, it's like it is the dumbest thing.
Hypocritical me saying no spoilers when we talked about Harry Potter. Halo. I'm gonna go see it. So
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
so I'm the Marvel guy, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is
in the two of us.
well, I mean, with Halo, that's like a TV show.
Yeah, and like it's been out for 4 days. That's not. I usually go like a week.
It's fine. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, and I.
It's also not spoiling anything. I just said something that happens, and he takes off his helmet.
Every single person that's heard of the Halo
they
TV
show him
show
taking his helmet off in the trailer.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone that's heard of that now probably has heard that he takes his helmet off.
Yeah,
because that's the big like, oh my god, he took his helmet off, brr, brr, brr. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
The only thing, okay, go back to Halo for a sec. The only thing I'm worried about is it just being bad.
Yeah.
Not like, who cares if it stays true to the story or just to the characters. I'm just like, I'm worried about it just being bad.
The one big criticism that I've heard is about the bad woman. That's the only big negative that I've heard.
Oh yeah, that was weird. But she is not human.
That's the thing is people were saying like, if she's not human, then why the fuck is it a white lady, like some white girl, like that sort of thing. And I'm sitting there like,
Spoiled it for me.
Veg also hates Halo, so I mean, we didn't spoil anything for him.
I mean,
but that's the thing is like, I just
so the whole thing is that it's like a race that was it came down to it. It was between us and and them, and they are humanoid. So like, why? Who's to say they don't look like us?
Yeah, I think that it's a little bit of a smart play. So this is the other thing that I'll go with them making it kind of not canonical to the books and the games. I think it's a little bit of a smart play if they're trying to get it to the regular everyday people, right? Kind of the same thing that you can say with Peacemaker or with the Marvel stuff or with the DC stuff, making it more so it's like one of those things where you don't have to go back and play all 5 games and read all the books to know,
There was one thing that made me kind of go. So there's a woman, a doctor who created the Spartans.
Yes,
and then
she's played by a pretty big name actress, isn't she, in the show?
She's been in stuff. I don't know if she's.
Well, yeah, that's what. Like, she's one of those like TV faces where you see her and you go,
yeah, exactly,
for 20 minutes, and then immediately out of nowhere you're like, CSI.
I don't think. I don't think she's like, she's not Pablo Schreiber big.
Yeah, fair.
And Pablo Schreiber is not like a huge actor.
His name is starting to get
Well, it's part of. It's also Liev.
His brother, yeah. Oh, is that his?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's it, but they're like
Under
there's like a
underrated
it's like 8 years or something between them. It's like
underrated unpopular opinion here. His Sabretooth is one of the best portrayed characters in Marvel. Continue.
I could agree with that. I think he just kills whatever he does.
Yeah.
I hate to show Ray Donovan, but I think he's awesome in it.
I've yet to see that show.
It's just him like trying to be like a he's basically like a gangster.
Okay, I was gonna say, is he a hitman in it? Is that what it is? Like
He's a cleaner, so like if anyone in Hollywood has like an issue that like kind of has some moral questions, moral ambiguity to it, he
Okay.
takes care of it.
that. All right.
And then and like they're from like Jersey,
Oh,
and his wife is just like this redheaded from Jersey. She's like, "Ray, you fucking queer! You get back over here and put a baby in me!" Like she just talks like that the whole time, and like I just can't get past it.
I've always seen it, and I've always been like, it's Leaf Shriver. I kind of want to watch it, and then I just never just do. Like,
So there was like this Instagram. It was just like a video, and me and my buddy were like obsessed with it, and it was just like someone at a bar, like with a smoking section, and it would just record. It was a recording, and then Leaf Schreiber just walks past, and he's just going off to go do something, and there was something about his energy, and he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
he's like a big dude, and he just towered over everybody. He was in a suit, like a really nice tailored suit, and there was like something about his energy walking by, where it looked set up, but he just wasn't.
that's
And you're like, that's why he's famous.
funny.
And Pablo's great, but so there's a thing with this doctor. There's a doctor. There's a captain who's a big part of Halo 1. He dies in Halo 1. Commander Keyes, and
Yep.
then his daughter is a big part of Halo 2, who dies in Halo 2, and she's the daughter of this doctor, but it's not really revealed that in the games. It's only
Okay.
revealed kind of in the story.
Interesting.
And like in the first episode, they were like, "Yeah, like mom's really riding my ass."
I mean,
So like,
I could. I mean, I get that. That's yeah.
so that was like that, and like those are like again, I've just listed off the 4 characters. Master Chief and those 3 characters are like the only.
What about Cortana?
characters.
Have we seen her? Have we seen her yet?
No, she's in it though,
Yeah,
and it is It's Jen Taylor.
and it's not blue. Oh no.
So Cortana is based off that doctor.
Well, everyone, like, as soon as the first trailer came out and they saw that it wasn't blue, everybody lost their shit. And then it's one of
There's
those
blue,
things.
and I can't see her blue pussy.
Well, it's one of those things, right? It's like she's not blue, and it's like, oh, she was purple in Halo 1, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I hope that was. I'm like a Halo fanboy, but I hope.
Yeah. So overall,
I just hope it's not bad.
well, no.
Like,
So one
I don't
episode
care
in,
what they do with it.
that's what I'm saying.
I
It's like one episode in. Did you like it?
I don't care what they do with it. I really don't care direction they go in, as long as it's not bad.
That's my like. As soon
Please,
as
please get picked up for season 2.
yeah,
That's all I
right.
hope.
My thing was like I saw it and I'm like, okay, cool. They're making a Halo show. It's about time we start getting some of these video games coming out as shows. Just it makes fucking
Especially that being like one of the biggest games of all time.
right. It just makes sense. And then when they were like, then they announced what was it? They announced that was it. They announced that they weren't looking at the games or the books or anything like that. And it was one of those things where it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck do you mean that? Because you and me talked about it, I think. And then we read the article, and in the article it straight up said that like they're not going.
No, we didn't read that. No.
No, okay, so it was me and someone else. We read the article, and it was like, we're not doing it based off of the canon. We're going to use the lore, but we're going to adjust the story to fit what we want it to do. And I'm sitting there like, that's okay, cool.
It's a weird choice.
It's a weird choice, but like I said, I kind of get it if you're trying to get it out to the mainstream,
Yeah.
And then, like, I think, like, they're probably, like, we're going to call this sniper Linda instead because that's a better name than whatever the fuck it was in the game.
They're calling her like Razor or something.
Oh, that was... Who's this Razor Lips?
Razor. Taser face.
That's fair. That's fair. No, like I said,
I just hope it's good.
Like I said, it's the same old thing these days where it's like whenever I see critiques about stuff, like it's always feels like it's the same fucking stupid critiques every fucking time, and like every one of the Halo ones I've seen has just been like, oh, he took his helmet off, oh, How come when he shoots his gun and then they shoot their gun works, but his doesn't? I've played this game, and that's not an automatic gun in the game.
7.62. He's shooting 10 millimeter, baby.
And then like that was some other one that I liked. So was like one of them said like it's like, oh, I've played the games. That's not a burst gun. That's like or something like that. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, just enjoy it. That's awesome. Now, can you wear that?
No. This was the Halo 3 special edition.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that now.
So like.
I mean, we could fucking.
No, it's too small. It's too small.
you're like tried it, unscrewed it, put it on,
so
didn't work.
Like they could only fit it on my cats.
Oh, that's like I'm saying. That's awesome though. That's a cool fucking dude. I miss the days when they did really cool collector edition shit like that.
They still do, but they're like not as widely available.
Well,
you have to like really
like,
know about it.
It's the oh, we have 20 of these available. Make sure you order them now, and then a dickhead orders all 20 of them, and you can't fucking get them.
Yeah. Well, they released a one that you could actually wear, and I forgot to order it. Now you can only find it it was $100. Now you can only find it for $200.
That's wild.
I was like, I might actually do it. It's one you can wear.
Have I ever told you about the Dr. Fate helmet incident with me?
Is that an anime?
No.
thing?
So Dr. Fate is a DC character.
Okay.
In the show Constantine, in the first episode, they show his helmet. And, like, the girl picks it up, and he's like, you put that down before it puts you down. Like, that sort of thing. But it was, like, a huge spoiler. Like kind of like a huge Easter egg. Because there's, like...
It's like, Goosebumps, the mask.
There. So they put it up on the DC website. You could buy a replica of it, and it was $400 at the time. Jeez. And I'm sitting there, and it's like, this is when I was first still getting into DC. So I wasn't like, so I'm sitting there and I was like, that's a lot of money. I don't have that sort of money to just throw around on bullshit like this, And yes, agreed with Fedge. It is dumb that they canceled Constantine. That show fucking kicked ass.
Actually, I did watch it.
Yeah, that like.
It was British Trenchcoat, right?
That one? Yeah, it was Matt Smith.
He's like popped up in other stuff since it's been canceled too. Which
so they canceled it. It was on NBC. They put it on Sunday night versus Sunday Night Football. During the football season, and then they were like, "Oh, it didn't work. Sucks to suck," like that sort of thing.
Well, it's like that meme where it puts the stick in the bike spoke, and they're like, "God damn you!"
Yeah, exactly. So then, CW eventually got a hold of him and the character and brought the character to Arrow. That episode in that season is like one of the highest rated episodes of the entire season because he was in it. So they were like, yes, they were like, cool.
I have another thing I have to tell you.
Great. So like that, and they're like,
I'll
okay,
let you
cool.
finish this, and I'll let you.
So then they were like, all right, cool. We're gonna bring him back. So they brought him back, and then he's been constantly in Legends. But so the helmet was on line for $400. Didn't buy it. Like a month went by. I got like my tax money back, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Went, looked, no longer there.
What's it? Who is it?
Dr. Fate. If you go Dr. Fate Constantine show, you'll see it. It's like on a little stand. It looks so fucking cool. But like, it doesn't fucking exist. Like it literally does not exist anymore. Can't find.
You can get 3D printed ones.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about that, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't. But all right. So what's the thing that you got? You got really excited. That's not it, but that looks fucking cool too. So
I watched Rescuing Ruby.
Rescuing Ruby? What the fuck is
starring Grant Gustin.
Oh, is that the fucking thing that you sent me?
Yeah. Oh, it's on Netflix already.
Okay, so how bad is it?
What a piece of shit that movie was. So, all right, you know how we were talking about the Kurt Warner movie, how it was a religious movie? Mm-hmm. This is another religious movie, dude.
Really? Are you is this going to be the thing now? Like every other week, we have to bring up a different,
Dude, God's making a comeback, dude. It's a Netflix movie, and it's like a religious-based, faith-based movie. So I was like 10 minutes in, maybe 15 minutes in the movie, and did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, you sent me the trailer. I watched the trailer. I was like,
where do you think it's based out of?
Where?
Yeah, where do you think they are? And so, if you don't know, it's a movie about a police officer who wants to become a canine police officer. The company, the police force doesn't have any dogs, so he adopts a dog to become his canine cop companion, and in turn, they help each other. Whatever. And then, and they have these uniforms that are very Mountie-esque.
I'm gonna say it's like Texas or some.
So they have these like really awful accents, and I'm like, where in Canada does this take place? It takes place in fucking Rhode Island. And so like I'm watching this, and they're like, hey Sarge, and it was really bad. So I was like, they kept saying Rhode Island, and I was like, is there a Rhode Island in Texas, in like Canada? Like, I was like, what is going? These accents were, dude, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, hey, buddy, what are you doing with these accents?
That's fucking,
so.
It's funny seeing, like, did you see the Flash TV show, which Grant is the main. Grant, as of right now, Grant basically is the Flash. We kind of can't say Ezra is because Ezra's been in one fucking movie, and I can't.
It's more movies than Grant.
I mean, is it? But no, so like,
well, no, Flash has been in 2 movies.
3, technically.
3 movies.
So he had a cameo in BVS. He was in Justice League, and then he was in a cameo in Suicide Squad when they're talking about Captain Boomerang.
And he was in Peacemaker too.
That's true. He was in Peacemaker too.
Did you? Well, actually, I sent you that link where he like, what was it? He said that he had like 16 minutes of dialogue. I knew you would hate it. So,
yeah. But no. So,
dude,
did you?
Can that be your homework this week to watch that?
To watch what?
Rescue and Ruby.
Sure. Why not?
It watched a lot like a Hallmark movie.
Oh God, fucking.
But
no, the Flash TV show just got renewed for season 9.
I thought they canceled it.
They were going to after season 8. But it's one of those things. Think about it like this, right? So they were going to cancel it after season 8. Now it's coming back for season 9, and they just pushed back the Flash movie. The only reason why they're doing it is because they pushed back the movie.
I'm really liking Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois, from what I've heard, I've used to watch all the CW shows, every fucking one of them. Jeff would tell you. I gave him his watch list. I used to watch all of them religiously. After Arrow, it became very difficult to watch all of them.
See this one,
but Superman and Lois, I've heard is very good, and from the stuff I've seen, it's not bad.
It doesn't feel difficult to watch. Like, there's not a ton of like filler like the other ones where they're just like, hey, we need to put out like these 23 episodes or whatever they did, which is crazy.
I think they did it. I'm not sure how many episodes a season it is for Superman and
Lois. It used to be like 20 something.
Yeah, for all of them, it used to be 20, and then.
The Superman, I think they did 18. They did 18? They're on season 2 right now.
Yeah. I think the thing that really plays well with that is the fact that it's Superman and Lois, but then also it's the kids.
And then it's John Henry.
That's who comes in.
Yeah.
So I think that that was the smart decision by them, because now they don't have to make it like with Arrow. You kind of got to have it be Arrow, like the episodes that weren't Arrow based, and kind of some of the other ones were kind of not great.
Yeah, so they do a good job at Lois being Lois.
I've heard good things about it. I don't like that actress.
Bitsy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. She was
Bitsy Tulosh.
She was in Falling Skies, and I was not a fan of her.
And she was in Grimm.
Oh, that was it. It was Grimm. I did not like her in Grimm. That was the show. It was on Falling Skies. Never mind.
Watched all of Grimm.
Dude, Grimm is such a fucking underrated show. Can we talk about that for a second? How that's
last season real bad, but other than that,
real bad is an understatement. They got done with they got to that season, and they were like, we don't know what to do anymore. Like
so I knew there was only an episode left, and I was like,
yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
everything was going on. I'm like, wait, is the next episode? They started the last episode, and I was like, wait, this is supposed to be the last episode.
Yeah. What's happening? Mm-hmm. That's how it plays. This is it's a boom. Same thing happened with Swamp Thing, actually.
I remember you telling me about that show.
Yep.
I never watched it.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's be honest here. We haven't watched.
I don't think anyone's ever heard of that show. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Oh no. So that was back when that was before Disney Plus and everything. DC did DC Universe, and it was going to be just a nothing but DC. Right, DC shows, movies, original content. You could read comic books on there. It had its own separate store. Like if you read enough comics, then you could get points, and you could spend the points in the store. Like all this, like really kind of cool, innovative stuff.
Yeah.
Problem was that they didn't put everything DC on there.
None of the cartoons, which was like most of
none
what
of the
DC's
cartoons,
catalog was.
None of the movies. They would only put in, and this one makes sense to me in my mind. They would wait like 2 months, and then they would put the comic in.
Like the actual readable comic?
Yeah, the actual readable comic. That one made sense to me because they want you to go out and buy them. So that one kind of made sense to me. But like, if you didn't want to buy them, you could wait 2 months and then be able to read it. So you'd still be behind, but like, it's like there was a couple,
but you could stay up to date.
That's the thing is like there was a couple where like I was buying the comic at the time, but then I was waiting 2 months to read other ones because I just didn't want to buy them, but I wanted to read the story. But like they did that. It was that and Titans were the first two big ones, and then Doom Patrol came on after, and Doom Patrol got to finish. Titans got to finish. No, Titans got fucked too. Actually. Yeah, Titans got fucked.
And then they brought them back for HBO.
Yeah, and then when they were like, oh, we're doing HBO Max, then they were like, yeah, we're just going to shift everything over there, but Swamp Thing's cut. Which sucks, because Swamp Thing was the best out of all three of them, in my opinion.
Man, I really don't like Doom Patrol.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't like it.
I haven't watched it in a while, so I mean, I really can't say much of anything, but
I watched the first 2 seasons. I like...
The first season I really enjoyed. I thought the first season was a fresher breath of air for a lot of the stuff, and I thought there was also a lot of like. It was like I thought that, especially in the first episode really hit me a lot in a lot of different places with like Brandon Fraser's arc in the first episode.
Yeah.
And like I thought that they did a really good job in the first season, at least, of mixing the quirky, the emotional, and kind of like those sort of things.
I love it when that guy makes everyone come.
Oh yeah,
I think everyone like, that's like.
Mentalo. I think his name's Mentalo.
I can't remember his name.
But yeah, no, yeah, the guy flexes, and every time he flexes, he can like make stuff happen. So he's flexing to try and get everyone into this certain spot, and instead he makes everyone.
It was like he was trying to open like a wormhole, and like.
But yeah,
and they were in like a sentient town, and even the town came.
Yeah, Danny the Street.
Danny the Street.
Yeah, Danny the Street.
Yeah,
but no,
season two
kind of. Was
the daughter
weird.
Really? I hated the daughter. She made me real uncomfortable.
She did. I mean, and that's the cool. I will say this: the cool thing with it though is that it is very true to the book, which was kind of nice. Like her characters, like literally pulled straight out of the book, and a lot of the characters were. It was a very odd season. Like I said, it went from like it didn't feel like there was as much emotional like pulls in the second season in the first, and I thought that was one of the big positives in the first was that like they really pulled you in. Like I said, Brandon Fraser's character at the end of the first episode, you're like you're hearing Brandon Fraser's voice say "fuck," and it's like this is the greatest thing ever. The Mummy just said, like the guy from the Mummy just said "fuck."
Rick just said "fuck."
Exactly, and then then you're feeling for him at certain points. It was
Madman Rick O'Connell.
Rick O'Connell.
Love me some Mummy.
We have all the horses.
The rocks are the river. God, I love the Mummy.
But yeah, no, season 2 was a weird one, and I just haven't had time to watch season 3. Same thing with Titans. I haven't had time to watch season 3 of Titans either. Like,
I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's not gonna be enough. Alan.
Oh, Richardson. Yeah, he dies in it.
Does he?
It's been out for like a year now, so I don't care about saying spoilers. Like, yeah, he dies in it. It's one of the other reasons why I don't want to see it. The end of season 2 for Titans really fucking ruined it for me. Titans for the first same thing. Titans,
why?
The end of the second season, they they kill off Donna Troy, and it's like she gets like electrocuted or some bullshit.
I watched the season.
Yeah, it was like her getting electrocuted was just like whatever. The whole thing with Beast Boy was weird. Like I feel like they were too concerned with just jamming new characters in instead of just building the Titans. You know, like I don't know. That's my thing.
Dude, I hope I get electrocuted. That'd be fun.
Maybe you get superpowers. Who knows?
He'll get superpowers. Maybe it'll be static shock.
Did you watch season 3?
No.
No. Okay.
No interest. None.
That's the thing. Is it's season 1. I was excited for season 2 when they were like it's Deathstroke. I was like, Manu Bennett is Deathstroke. Not whoever this guy is.
Oh, he's the guy he has a really bad hairline, right?
Which one, Manu?
Like, yeah, his hairline.
Manu is the Manu played Crixus in Spartacus.
Yeah, I didn't see Spartacus.
What? That's one you need to watch. Kind of sucks though. The main actor dies in the first episode after the first season.
First season, yeah. Girl up and comer and shit.
Did you hear about his whole thing though?
No.
So he got done doing the first one. They started to film the second one or something like that, and then he found out that he had cancer, and he's like, "I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go travel the world and find a cure," right? And that's why they did the prequel after the first season. He traveled the entire fucking world trying to find a cure for cancer, right? For his cancer. He came back to the U.S., took a test. He was basically cancer free, right?
Yeah.
He spent like 2 or 3 months at home in America. When it got tested again, it'd come back twice as strong or something like that. I'm sitting there like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That sucks.
It really did. I mean, he was. I mean, I won't say that he was a great actor because we got one fucking season of a show with him, but like he did a great job in that role. You know,
was it Spark? What was his name?
I'm the only name that's going to my mind right now is Liam McIntyre, and that's because I'm pretty sure that's the guy who took over the role from him. Andy
Whitfield. I looked it up. That's his name.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, no. So many. You know what was another one? I can't think of the name of it because I don't have it here. What was the Da Vinci show that was on Stars? Stars had a lot of unknown hits.
They had that superhero show that I didn't really like either.
Oh, which one was that?
Gods of... something about American Gods.
American Gods isn't a superhero. That's actually that's a book. That's about like literal like old school gods versus new school gods.
Yeah, that show is not good.
No, the only thing that I liked about it was what's the fuck is his name there? The guy that plays Odin, the old dude. Can't think of it, but he plays Odin, and he has a little monologue of he turns to him and he's like, "Ask me what my name is," and
I think Alan Rickinson's in that show too.
He might be.
There was someone in that show that made me go. That made me.
No, it's no. You know who it is? Going all the way back to Halo. Pablo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pablo plays one of the Irish gods. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I think it was Pablo.
One of the Welsh gods. I don't know. He plays one of the old Celtic pagan gods.
It is Pablo. Mad Sweeney. That he literally made me like.
Who is? While you're looking, who played Odin? Ian McShane.
Well, he played Mr. Wednesday.
Yep, and that's Odin because Odin is Woden's Day, which is what became of Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Woden. All right, so your homework for this week.
Is to watch
I didn't give you any spoilers.
Just to give me that shitty.
Yes, Rescuing Ruby. It's a quick watch. You don't. You have Netflix?
No. I'll find a way. Let's be honest. Okay. It's the internet. I'll find a way. And if I don't, it'll be like the other 7 movies that we both said to each other.
This movie you have to watch because you're a big Flash guy, and you're gonna, you need to watch it.
All right.
And then you need to look for the messages of God that they stick in there. That you're like, oh, this is okay. I see what he means by this being a religious movie.
Is it like blatant or is it like subtle?
This movie was pretty subtle.
Okay. So I was gonna say, is it subtle as like the whole Wonder Woman empowerment of her crossing no man's land, or is it or is it subtle as in like Captain Marvel where we need her, and then the O comes up to say hero?
It's more. I got a sneezy coming.
Oh, hit it! Pineapple.
So they have it's more like it's still coming.
Oh. That's what she said.
They talk about having faith a lot, and like faith will get you through this.
Maybe they're just talking about faith in puppies.
They're not, because they do talk about God at some point. At points.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I'm not talking shit about God, but it's just funny.
Well, no,
you don't ever see anything about religion in mainstream movies ever, because you want it to be good in every market.
Yeah, so you can't specify it.
You can't like be like, oh my God, my Christian God, please help me train this dog.
Yeah, big seller in China.
A huge seller in China.
Okay, so I'm trying to think now. If that's my movie, do you have Crunchyroll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna watch Mrs. Kuritsu and the Monster Development Environment.
Oh, okay, I remember that one
Yep.
you were saying.
Yep, that's the one where in the outro I'm doing this at 4 a.m. in the morning while watching it.
What is it, Mrs.
It's like KU. I still can't fucking say the name, but it's the Monster Development Department.
All right, I found it.
Yeah, there's only a couple episodes. It's brand new season, new episodes.
There's 11 episodes.
I mean, there's 11 in sub. There's only like 5 in dub.
It's it. Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
They only did half of it.
They're releasing it weekly.
Oh, and it's current. Have you watched them all, or are you only watched the dub?
I'm only watching dub.
All right, I'm gonna watch them all and spoil it for you.
Do it, fucking do it.
All right, so I could watch that, and you just gotta watch. Yeah. You know what's really funny? I thought his name was Grant Austin for a long, long time.
Yeah, no, the double G's, Grant Gustin. You know, he was also in Glee.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's why there's an episode of Flash where him and Melissa Bennett, who plays Supergirl, they have a musical episode, and it's fucking incredible because he gets to sing in it. She's
so beautiful.
She is. And that's another show that got fucking ruined by CW. That bullshit.
I hate saying it, but she's so beautiful. She is so beautiful.
No, she really is though. It's like there's no like. It's one of the only shows where like I hated the main character. I love her as an actress, and I think that she's great, but I cannot stand her character in the show.
Well, she's kind of like whiny, isn't she?
She is. It's a lot of like the side.
She's like almost childish.
The side characters are more like fleshed out and like kind of like better than her.
She's like, it's almost like she has like this immaturity that she's like a grown adult woman who has superpowers, but she's not from here, so she's not like. Well, like, she almost has a nice.
There's one episode like they were talking about like female empowerment a lot with the first season, which yet again it was on CBS or NBC or whatever, and then it got fucking canceled off of there, and then it came to the CW, where they're talking about it, and they're like, "Why is it Supergirl? Why isn't it Superwoman?" And then they immediately slap that down with, "No one wants a woman to save them; they want Superman to save them." And I'm sitting there like that was the end of the episode. They ended the episode like that. I'm sitting there like,
oh, let me ask you: have you ever done therapy?
Like therapy?
Yeah,
or
therapy,
like cry in a corner and drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels therapy?
No, like real therapy. No. Real therapy. So there's like always a thing with therapy is that like, would you rather talk to a male or a female? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'd rather talk to a woman. Like, I'd rather be like helped by someone who like cares about me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fair.
I feel like it'd be the same with a superhero. Like, I think a dude would be like, "You fucking bitch." That's how I feel.
It was a very weird, like the entire episode was about if it should be like Supergirl, Superwoman, I'm here to save you, I'm doing my best, I'm this and that, and then the episode ends and it's like no one wants Superwoman to save them, they want Superman to save them, and it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, have you seen it? Did you ever watch The Boys?
Yeah, duh. Who hasn't watched the fucking Boys?
Oh, do you like The Boys?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I think that's the first thing we've like fully agreed on.
Probably. Actually, now that you say it. No, I just like the.
You see trailer for season 3?
I did a reaction to the season 3 trailer. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Come on. Dude, Jensen Ackles, boy. Captain America.
I'm going to. I was talking about it with Coop in Discord recently. I think I'm going to, when the new episodes come out, I'm going to wait until a certain time at night and then do a watch party on stream. So
Okay.
like everyone can watch it together, sort of thing.
It's Amazon.
Yeah. So fuck it. That was my thing. Is like I was like, fuck it, why not? Right? Like we can,
Dude,
Oh my, I'm so
cat. Dude, I'm actually now we're talking. Now that I brought up, what's his face,
Jensen
Jensen
Ackles.
Ackles.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. You know that movie that, um, who he shot a guy, shot the girl on set.
Oh, oh, what the fuck is that douchebag's
30
name?
Rock. What's this guy? What?
Yeah, dickhead number one.
Uh, Alec Baldwin
There we
shot the
go.
girl on set. That movie is also starring Jensen Ackles. So like I'm very interested to see what happens because like that was like I'm actually kind of happy they left his name was not mentioned in anything.
Yeah,
So like that
I
was
mean, I mean, what he has the entire Supernatural fucking career. He is, in my opinion, the definitive voice of Red Hood because of Red Hood, Under the Red Hood.
I've never
movie.
heard anything bad about him, and so like the only thing I've ever heard is that he was like super. So like they're doing like a Supernatural not reboot, but they're doing a prequel,
Weird.
and it's
Don't
done
like it.
by Jared Padalecki, the other brother in Supernatural.
Oh,
And
he's like actually like producing it, sort of thing.
he created it, he's producing it,
Interesting.
and him and his wife are doing it, and they didn't include Jensen Ackles, so he was like kind of pissed about that at first. He was like, dude, like, like I would have done this with you.
Yeah.
This is like I love it just as much as you do. They're cool now, but he was like
For a little while, they were. That's
yeah, because I mean, you think about it, they were on the same show together for 18 years.
that's
I
fucking.
think they were in each other's weddings.
That's
like
crazy.
they were
That
like,
was 18 years. Jesus Christ.
So there's the whole it's West or something. It's like it's a Western, but it was supposed to. I think it was supposed to be his like first big break into like
Into
big movies
yeah.
after Supernatural because he's been in a couple things. He was actually just in they made this really shitty movie called like Friends Olympics or something, and he was in a scene in it.
Wait. You're telling me that a movie that's potentially named Friends Olympics wasn't a good movie?
That's a good point. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Let me.
Dude, we're agreeing too much. I don't like this right now. This is weird.
I'm going to pull it up because
Yeah, no, do it. Yeah.
I'm going to read you the cast, and you're going to be like, "What?" So Jensen Ackles, upcoming project Rust. Rust is the new movie.
That was it. Rust.
Rust.
Run out.
Oh, also, guess who else is in the movie that like no one noticed that mentioned is Travis Fimmel.
Hey, Ragnar.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's actually called Buddy Games.
Not much better than Friends Olympics.
Dan Bacadel, who's one of those guys. Kevin Dillon from Entourage. Josh Duhamel, Olivia Munn, James Roday is from Psych.
Yeah.
Dax Shepard, Nick Swartzen, Neil McDonough, Stephen Farrelly, from WWE. But like that movie sucked. I rented it and I watched it and I was like, please give me my money back.
Bro, Travis Fimmel, I feel so bad for that guy. He had such a. So he was Ragnar in Vikings.
Yeah.
So he goes from
That's how
that.
I knew you'd know him from that.
So he goes from that to then going to the Warcraft movie, which was supposed to be like his big break.
That movie sucked.
I didn't mind it. I don't know anything about Warcraft, so
maybe I'll give it another chance.
Well, my thing is like I didn't know anything about Warcraft, and he was playing like a badass dude that eventually like fucks an orc. I was like, that's kind of cool. He has a pet griffin.
Same, dude.
Like he has like a pet like griffin, and he has a giant sword. He like kills a bunch of people, like a bunch of orcs, and then he fucks an orc. Like I was like, that's kind of cool. Like also the other thing is that it's fucking Ragnar. Like it's like no matter what, I'm going to see him. I'm going to see Ragnar, and I'm just going to be like, I love anything he does.
But now I know what you're leading into. Raised by Wolves. Is he in 2? Raised by Wolves 2?
Yes, he is. I need to watch that still. I got super
You
excited.
watch it and let me know how it is.
Okay. Did you like season 1?
We talked a lot about it.
You liked season 1 up until the ending.
Yeah. Because that last episode, oh my god, what a piece!
Bro, that show was like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. Oh, look, a butterfly. It's over.
Flying giant snake. Okay, they're not. I'm pretty like forgiving. I'd called Rescuing Ruby a real piece of shit tonight, but Raised by Wolves. I think Rescuing Ruby knows what it is. Raised by Wolves was like, dude, this shit's cool.
Yeah, Raised by Wolves was that thing of like, it's like, this is gonna be the big HBO Max thing.
And so they called it like Raised by Wolves 2. That's what they're calling season 2. So I think they're really trying to distance themselves from that first season. So I'm looking right now. It's done.
It's fully done. I did a reaction to the trailer for the first.
I'm looking at the ratings right now, and the final episode has an 8.1.
Oh.
Which the final episode of the first season has a 6.3. So I'm thinking
positives. Maybe I'll watch that this week instead of.
But you can definitely see like the 4 episodes of the first season really go downhill. The first season, I think, the second season starts slow, but I think it gets better.
Well, I mean, do you blame anyone? like I said, we went from like everything kind of makes sense to, like you said, giant snake thing. Birthed giant snake thing, right?
Flew in the air. I'm looking at Ragnar's IMDb right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that good.
It really isn't. That's the thing. Is like it's like so my big thing, and this is one of the things that I pushed for up until the actress got cast as Black Canary, because I think she did a great job with it. I wanted Ragnar to be Oliver Queen in the DCU, and I wanted Catherine Winnick to be Black Canary. And the only reason why I was saying it was because, one, they look very similar to the characters, right? But two, they already have the on-screen chemistry from Vikings that would be very easily turned into one of the best couples in DC.
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole selling point with it, was just like, that would be their way to get into movies. Big chance, big names. They already have the relationship down, so there's no like. We've seen it a million times where like a couple is in a movie and it just doesn't look right.
Dude, Catherine Winnick is beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm,
oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
So he has 7 upcoming projects.
Oh,
so he has work coming in.
I mean, when you go into a fucking audition room and you say I'm Ragnar, I mean, I'm pretty sure that might help a little bit.
I don't know anyone that's watched that show in my friend group.
Really?
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Interesting.
But he's going to play Wyatt Earp in a Wyatt Earp anthology.
I don't know what you just said to me, but I'm going to take it as an
Wyatt
insult.
Earp is a Wild West guy.
Nope, I'm going to take it as an insult.
Wild Wild West.
Going to do the Wild Wild West. When are they going to redo that?
You know what?
I want a reboot of Wild Wild West.
That movie gets too much flack. I actually really like that. I love that movie as a kid. They're doing you see they're probably doing
Tron 3?
No, they're not doing Tron 3. They're definitely not. They're making this movie before Tron 3 is it's a Will Smith movie. It's a sequel. I Am Legend 2.
Yes, I did see that. I think it's stupid. Moving on.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Will Smith dies, and the other 2 characters go to Vermont.
I like them all going to Vermont. I like the alternate ending. Did you ever see the alternate ending?
Yeah, I just I saw that one and I'm sitting there like,
but it's going to be Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
Do you like Michael B. Jordan?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I mean,
so you're like, well.
I mean, who doesn't? Like, let's be honest here.
Dude, my mom loves Michael B. Jordan.
Bro, when he announced that he was working on the Superman show, like there's eventually going to be a Superman show with him, like working on it.
I'm not unhappy about it.
I'm
very happy about it.
It was him working on it, right? Immediately, everyone goes, "Fuck you, working on it. You play Val-Zod, who is the Black Superman, and we have that now."
Oh, okay.
Because that's like an Earth 2 thing. Earth 2.
Okay, they're like, no, please, just we want it. We want it now. We don't care.
Yeah, no, like literally, because like we're all like, it's one of those things where
it wasn't an anger thing. Okay.
Well, yeah, no, it's a good thing, because like it's one of those things where at one point they were like, why don't we just make there was a big thing about why don't we just make Clark Kent black? Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that's like, I have an answer for that.
Now that I think about it, is the gay son, is that would be one of the kids in Superman and Lois, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Jonathan?
I think it's Jonathan, because Jonathan is boy right now. That's the other thing. They are, bro. That is the biggest. I think we'll end with this topic. The biggest bullshit thing any news media source has ever done was say Superman is now gay.
Well, because it wasn't about Superman.
It isn't. It's about his son. Superman.
Like, they want and made Superman gay.
So Superman currently in the current DC timeline, apparently Superman is off planet. Yeah. So when Superman is off planet, Superboy takes the mantle of Superman. He's still Superboy technically, but and that's where like it came in.
Wait, so one of the sons isn't Super, right?
Yeah. Well, so and I could be wrong about this because Superman lore isn't one of the things that I'm very.
Dude, it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's.
I get.
It's from what the only one that I know is that there was only John.
So in the show, there's two.
Yeah, I know that much.
And one of them is like a sad emo boy.
Sad boy.
And the other one is like a jock. And like, I hope no one gets offended by this, but I can see him being gay. And like, he's like.
No, wait, is Sad Boy the super one?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, so like the other one was like, is like the whole thing is that like he's like a really good football player, and the other one isn't. So then like he gets powers, and he's like, come on, Dad, let me football now that I'm like kind of a man.
Now that I can fucking do things. Yeah, no, it's an interesting move. I don't care much about it. Like, and with me saying that, I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying like it doesn't like I'm not a Superman fan. So like when they were like,
there's nothing more manly than being gay.
Well, like and that's the thing, right? Is like well when they said that when they were like, oh yeah, he's a guy. I'm like okay, like it's a newer-ish character. Like and he's growing up.
People like freaking out over it.
I mean that's the thing is like it's like yeah whatever like like especially with like a character like that, like I said, they grow like the character's growing up.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what the direction they're gonna take him, then fine. I don't like. Go ahead. You know, just don't do. Just don't. Well, that's my thing. Is like just whatever you do, just don't do it. And then like 10 years from now, fucking back off on it. You know what I mean? Like
I heard words of wisdom once. I'm like everyone fucks funny at some point.
I mean that's true.
And like. Like we've all like done something that like we're proud about, but like no one else cares.
Yeah, exactly.
And someone might make fun of us.
Yeah, yeah. I hit platinum Apex. I mean, I hit platinum every season now, but I mean, it's just still like,
no, you gotta hit diamond, bro.
Well, yeah, no, that ain't.
Come on, man.
But yeah, no, like that was my thing with it. It was just like that, like
everybody fucks funny. I heard. I forget who I heard that. I think I heard that from a homeless man. I'm not even kidding. Everybody fucks funny.
A homeless Vermont man. Everybody fucks funny. You want to see how I fuck?
This guy, he was cool.
Yeah, no, like that was. As soon as I saw the news articles about it, I'm like, what? And I clicked on it and then I read it and I'm like, you guys are fucking douchebags.
I had a coworker who was actually upset about it.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's like,
who like is not into that stuff, so it was kind of funny.
It was like, like I said, to me, I hate any like. I'm fine with like a sort of clickbait, but when you do something like that, it's like you guys are just fucking losers. I have no problem saying it like that either. Like you're losers if that's your fucking version of like clickbait and getting people to fucking impressions on you, or you know. That was a smooth little blow there.
Did you like that?
I did like that. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we're gonna end it. Unpopular opinions. I'm gonna let you go. We do this every week now. Unpopular opinions.
Popular opinion.
Yeah.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
You go first.
All right, so my unpopular opinion is strawberry flavoring tastes better than actual strawberries.
I agree.
We agree too much right now.
I think ice cream. I think ice cream's overrated.
There we go. Hope everyone's having a great day. Had a great weekend. Hope you guys all enjoy this. Let us know what your unpopular opinion is. Do you guys like ice cream? Do you guys like strawberry flavoring? What do you guys think about Tron 3 coming out with Jared Leto being the star and directing it? DeNutte is the happiest kid on the face of the earth for it.
Yeah.
Here, how about this? If it comes out, you and me will see it together, and we will do a review.
Okay, we will make it happen. But like they're looking 2025 timeline on that one.
That's fine. It's episode 300 and something. There we go. So, thank you guys all for stopping by and hanging out tonight. Really appreciate you guys. As always, let us know if you guys want us to talk about some stuff. Let us know down in the comments down below. Be interesting to see if people make it this far and then tell us, what they want us to talk about.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for having me again. Oh, I mean, it's the fucking title. Oh, shit, I can't say. Oh.
Well, I mean, you can say it's the fucking title. I mean, but yeah, no, I appreciate you being here. The effing title. And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.